the year of 2021, after many years of searching, I was able to purchase a remote property deep in the mountains of Western Canada. I've recently decided to quit my job, move here full-time, and see if I can survive solely on a YouTube income. With no neighbors, very difficult access, endless wilderness, and a river that runs through it all, I couldn't be happier with this newfound freedom. Follow along with me for this challenging journey while I try to create a livable space in this unforgiving yet beautiful, vast wilderness. Good morning, everyone. Start of episode 30. Yeah, this is episode 30. Episode 29 was out late. Some people weren't too happy about that. I had to learn how to edit properly for my integrated commercial, as Shawn needs to make a wilderness living out here. Anyway, enough about that. Who cares? So I have two. I have the rubber boat and the aluminum boat, and they're both, after some failed missions and whatnot, they're downriver a ways. So I have to cross the river. It was near freezing last night. I have to get a wood stove. I've been cooped up in here for 3 full days, just on my laptop. And I mean, like, morning till night, 3 full days. So that's a tough way, but you got to make a living. Has to be done. And then now I actually have to do actual work on the property and figure stuff out. But won't be getting much work done because I got to drive to town. So let's go and get a wood stove. I need a wood stove in this. All the clutter's out here. Everything's moved next door with the unfinished big cabin with the dry roof. Everything's in there. The wood shed's officially, I can start throwing wood in there. That's my laundry. Don't worry about that. But I can start actually filling this whole thing up with dead standing trees. Plenty of dead standing trees. Fill that baby up. I don't know why I'm telling you guys all this, but some context to the video moving forward. Across the river, I guess it's came down, so I can now cross in my underwear once again. I'll have my river crossing shoes on. There's the bag. Let's strip down in my swimming trunks. Oh yeah, that's cold. Almost to my chest, or it was just a minute ago. It is cold. Doesn't look, not much water, but it's fast. Fresh track. Well, let's go check out that barrel, see if it's still there. The one that came out of the river. I'll move it up shore here. I can't really deal with it right now, but I'll move it up here. Whew, that is some murky looking water from all the rain. Doesn't belong out here. I'm in the distant, faraway place. I was going to camp out in the vehicle tonight, but instead I decided to get a cheap motel. I'm gonna try to see what I can find for a little wood stove. Here, this is the one I have now. This has the 2-inch pipe. As you can see, made for, I mean, it says it's made for outdoor use only, but you can get away with it inside, but it's not, obviously not recommended. I don't know. I'm sure during the gold rush days 150 years ago it was a lot worse. So I mean, I could order one online, a good quality small stove online, and but they're so expensive. But I probably should do that, because then I'll have it in that cabin forever. These are just the junky, they're just good for canvas wall tents really, but like this one has a much wider pipe. That thing was just no good. I had the 45-degree bend on it going out the window. Temporary setup last year, and it was just filling up with all sorts of creosote and whatever. 2-inch pipe, it's not wide enough. So this is a 4-inch, and I could buy the kit to allow the pipe to go through a wood structure ceiling and everything. It's just you're getting the thin steel. The door says right on it, for outdoor use only. It's just a flat steel, like you're gonna get leaky smoke or whatever. I could get away with it, but I mean the price is right. The one that I already have, that's $100. And it did heat the cabin, no problem. It's just the pipe was not wide enough. And this one here is $230. It'll do the trick, no problem. But I should maybe hold off. And I looked online for something used that was tiny, but all there is the great big ones that are used ones for sale. The small wood stoves are hard to come by. Good ones at least. I passed on that wood stove for now. The only other things online are pretty expensive. They are much higher quality generally, and they're smaller too, and they'll hold heat longer and all that good stuff. But I'll sleep on it. Maybe I'll go back and pick it up tomorrow. It's getting darker earlier now. I bought this thing here. It's a rechargeable headlamp, and it's way brighter. The big thing with the headlamps is don't lose them. They're one of those things that are easy to lose, so don't lose your headlamp. For peace of mind, I'd like to get the that from the freshwater spring, get that tested. But I need to take a sample out of that freshwater spring, bring it here, drop it off somewhere. It's not super expensive, but a lab will test it and just want to make sure it's good to go. A lot of water options. Could dig a well. That's more on the down the road list of things to do. A well would be, or a sand point might work. I don't know if, I'd love to try a sand point in there. One of those wells that you just sort of smash into the ground. The YouTube guy in the States, Bush Radical, he has a really good video on those sand point wells. So I think he's one of the better homesteader types out there on YouTube. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Let's go. I don't have to be going through batteries all the time. Just charge that thing. So large coffee, 2 cream with everything bagel.
Bacon belt on everything bagel?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, good morning everyone. I mean, I remember being in ice fishing huts and stuff as a kid, and thered be some crummy little stove there, and whatever. Just get through the winter. But first, another coffee. I was just looking at that stove again. It's so after looking at it a second time, I'm like, okay, it's definitely too big. I might just order one online. The small stoves are hard to find. It's cold in the cabin in the morning, but I still have a few weeks. I don't have to get it right away, so maybe I'll just be a little bit more patient. I might have to spend a few extra bucks, but I need something smaller. One of those things, even though I'm tight for money, I got a cheap hotel last night. I get plenty of offers from friends and whoever, even acquaintances, to stay on the couch or this and that, but just, you know, sometimes you just want your own space, take a shower, hot one, first time in a while. And I've been taking the cold showers outdoors. That's getting colder and colder. I had a checklist of things to do to obtain back to the cabin, and my goal is to get video 30 out on time, which means Thursday morning. sure we're good. Potatoes, broccoli. Come back for this tomorrow. So there's the Starlink now that it's no longer on the other side of the river. The issue now becomes some trees are in the way. So here's the obstructions. The red are the obstructions. So to the east, which is to the right, there's some red. And then to the west, to the left there's some red. So, well, I mean, I have to clear land regardless. There's many trees I have to remove. I need firewood all for future years, all that stuff. So I'm gonna remove quite a ways back. I'll just follow them for now. You know, I don't know, plant an orchard or whatever. So plant something there sometime. So clear it up. Got a bunch of stumps and everything to remove. Make a bigger garden. Move the dish back and also prop it up higher as well. This is just a coffee filter, but usually I have crystal clear water from the creek over there. The river portion here is always quite silty. I ran out of the clear water, so I'm just trying to get some of the silt out with this coffee filter, and it seems to be working pretty good. Just want to make a pot of coffee, that's all. I've cut way back on that pork, so I'm going to use it up. Thought I had onion left. Just bacon and eggs day. Too much. to do the roof. I was hoping to do the additions because for any roofing you want to start at the lowest point. So I want to do the additions and then do the up. So that could be a long time away. I have to get the materials here, so I guess I have to get the boat going. I just need to get a few good trips in. So ideally I was going to get the tin up here on the boat. I mean, I have a comfortable cabin. It's a nice bedroom. I have to install a little wood stove in there. As long as I can get everything here, if I could also improve my technology and get the videos out quicker. The river's nice and high. I could boat all kinds of stuff up safely right now with this river height. Biggest hurdle. It's funny, I don't know, I can't even think of what is the biggest hurdle other than just getting by out here. I mean, life is good. I'm getting by comfortably. It's just everything happens so slow. I have to figure out a way to improve my technology so I'm spending so much time on the laptop. I'm hunched over. I need to upgrade technology so I can actually have more free time to do work here. And when this is ready to move in, it's ready to move in. It's gonna be a grind this winter, that's for sure. But all I can do is just keep at it. That's the frustrating thing, because you're in there and you're just like, that's my work, that's a lot of the work, and man, I have to speed that up. If I had $1 million, well, I wouldn't even be out here if I had $1 million. I probably still would be out here. Oh boy. What if I didn't have to make videos and I could just work and free up half my time? Who cares? I had planned on crossing the river and going back to my vehicle to get some gasoline, but the river, in the last 2 hours, the river's come up about that much. So from all the rain last night, I guess it's still filtering in way up the valley. So I suspect the river's going to keep coming up, and I don't want to keep crossing the river. Oh wow, the sun just came out. Okay, awesome. It's like extremely branch heavy on the one side, the river side. Then you go on the back side, there's hardly any branches on there growing towards the sunlight. I cut this down a few months ago, but look at all the stuff that grew out of it since I cut it. That's wild. Wow. Still coming up. I have sort of an opening now, like a pretty good radius, so I have probably a 75-foot radius, so about 150 feet in diameter, and all the way around. I'm gonna put up a big pole. I don't know why I'm telling you this, I could just show you on the camera. Shut up, Shawn. I'm gonna put a pole in the ground and put the satellite dish on top of it, get it up another few feet. But anyway, there's a lot of open area. That's a huge mess to clean up. Right there, that's center. I put the post right here. Let's go cut it. My spade shovel is in the boat. But for now, let's go cut a nice post. Nice tall post. Then we gotta dig a hole. Just so much great timber that I'll only ever use it, you know, less than 1% of what's here. I'm no blueberry expert, but if those are blueberries, this would mark the first time I've ever seen them out this way, at least, in this particular valley. They look like blueberries to me. I don't know if they are, though. It's a lot thicker than I thought now that it's on the ground. might be my best investment yet. Rechargeable. I don't have to keep worrying about going through all kinds of batteries. Like once a month, I just, for some reason, have to eat craft dinner. So just feeling it. I have a lot of other, I'd say pretty good food. Lots of AG1. And feeling the craft dinner tonight. Wow. Got a lot of water out of that rain. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, that'll work.
The long caravan of wood porters set out a half-hour later.
Just when I thought I had it tough. Advertisement. I hate advertisements.
They'd like to find a spot in a cave.
Who wouldn't? Alright, check it out. This is what's needed for today. Get your tufta. Now, I've wore the heck out of these. The Drytech tufta pant. So, the most breathable, comfortable pant I have ever owned in my life. I don't wear it when I'm working with the chainsaw or when I'm grinding through the bush. Usually I wear old stuff for that kind of thing. But comfort-wise, like I have some really expensive work pants. They're stretchy, they're dark, but they're from a different brand. And they're great, they're tough and everything. But I'll tell you, you can't breathe in them. And with these things, you're not like you're not sweating up a storm. You can just breathe. It rained last night, but the water still managed to come down a little bit. If I am to get a video out for tomorrow, I have to make it to my vehicle. So I have to get across the river. I'm not sure what kind of day this will turn out to be. What have we here? That's fresh. Bear scat. Eating on some berries, that's for sure. That's the first. I don't know what happened to the bears. They all took off. I haven't hardly seen any signs of bears in the last month. I don't know if they go, where they go, what they do, but anyway, they haven't been around. Pretty cool. Look at all that. I just cleaned the heck out of the spark plugs, so they weren't terrible, but it's worth a try. Give it a few more pulls here. I'm just gonna go buy some new spark plugs, and sure would like to get across the river today. I got my shovel. I got a spark plug. I'll replace them. I was about to say mission failed, but I got a spark plug that I can just match up to buy a new one. Many new ones. And my shovel. Dig a hole for that starling post. Well, for the time being, I'm stuck on this side, seeing as the two boats are downriver. So I could just throw on some running shoes and shorts and swim across, run the trail to the vehicle, grab a jerry can of fuel, run back with the jerry can. Be able to stay plenty warm when you're running. I guess the issue is getting the fuel container back across. I could build a raft. There's plenty of dead standing stuff for a raft. Building a raft is, I don't know, I could do that. It's gonna take a while. I gotta find the trees, cut them down, cut them to size, put a raft together. Day's over, won't have a video out tomorrow, because I know it's beneficial to me earning a living out here and to the success of the channel is to be consistent. But it seems to be, I know that the past few weeks have been it's getting more difficult to get the videos out for whatever, one reason or another, but still putting one out a week, so that's the main thing. But my goal initially was to have it exactly every Thursday morning, and it's geez, I just need something to get across the river. Swimming across, I don't know. Thing is, when I come back with the jerry can, I don't want to. How do you swim with a jerry can in your hand? I don't know. I have a terrible idea. Well, two boats, they're both downriver. I have a generator, it's out of fuel. I have solar that I think I finally... Hey everyone, quick note on some sort of cable crossing across the river. So I'm not sure about that. So there's a lot to it. I know that it seems nice and simple. Certainly there's vessels that come up and down. Not often on this river, but there are occasionally the odd one. And then there's helicopters as well passing up and down. Might need some sort of temporary thing for winter when there is nothing coming through here, but I'll have to check for some sort of approval, even though I own both sides of the river. Vehicle, I'm trapped basically, so it's just the rain's gonna let up tomorrow. The river will come down, and because I can't do the swimming motion with that thing in one hand, so I'm gonna tie a rope around my waist. It's about as terrible an idea as it sounds, but it's gonna work. Because once I hit the trail, I can hit the trail running, jump in there, I'll end up way down there, and then the water gets softer on there, and then I can just scoot over there on the shore up into the trail, and then on the way back I'll come up as high as I can, jump in again, and I'll get pushed down river, pop out somewhere down there. This is just ridiculous. Tie this thing around my waist here. I can go like that. I don't want to do this. I'll walk out as far as I can. Oh man, is that fast. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, she's cold. There's the ATV. Can't take it because I'll freeze. a little too cold. That toll swimming across the river ordeal was not a good idea. I couldn't get any momentum to pull away from the current. Everything's just a little too high. Like if it was just down a few inches, I could safely get across the creek, even though the water is like chest high. I know that I can, but it's just a little too high where it just takes your full body, and I don't know. I don't really want to try to go back across. So my wallet, my phone, all I have is my keys and sweater or whatever else. So I'll go back to the vehicle, turn that on, warm up a bit. My running is out of shape though. Ooh, wow.